Hey guys, a small update to Minecraft was released recently, bringing us up to version 1.17.1. Forge still isn't available, so we're going to be looking at some more fabric mods which you can play on this version. I'm constantly looking for new mods I haven't covered before, so hopefully a few of these are new to you. The Mob Catcher mod adds two new items which allow you to catch and release mobs. There's the Diamond Mob Catcher. When used, it will allow you to transport passive creatures like sheep, pigs, and cows. You can make the Netherite Mob Catcher instead, and that will allow you to transport hostile creatures instead like creepers, skeletons, and spiders. Neither of these items will allow you to transport boss mobs. The Spyglass is one of Minecraft's new items. If you install the quick Spyglasser mod, then you can use the item no matter where it is in your inventory using a keybind. That way it doesn't take up a slot on your hotbar, and you don't have to constantly scroll to it. Double Jump is a new enchantment which can be applied to your boots, allowing you to jump while in midair. It's a treasure enchantment, meaning you can mostly find it in chests inside random generating structures like temples. There are 3 different levels to the enchantment, with each additional level allowing you to do an extra jump, making it a really fun enchantment to use. Extra Sponges add some new sponges which are tiered between iron, gold, diamond, and netherite. Each tier changes the radius at which water is absorbed, and the amount of water too, which should make it quicker to dry up some areas. The mod also includes the Lava Sponge, which can be crafted from magma blocks, sponges, and basalt. It works like a regular sponge, except it absorbs lava instead. Workings is a decoration mod, adding some new items themed around roads construction. There's new walls, which are road barriers which act like fences. You can also craft different cones, blocks of pipe, and road signs. Traffic lights can be toggled with redstone, and they're speed adjusted with sugar or spider eyes. There's also pallets, pavements, asphalt, and more. Make sure to use roughly enough items so you can see all the new recipes. Milk Plus makes changes to milk. From now on, milk can be placed down like water, but you can still drink it by holding Shift and right-clicking. If you stand in the liquid, then your status effects will be removed. Alternatively, you can place milk in a cauldron and collect it in glass bottles, which will remove one random status effect when consumed. Dyeable items will also be turned white when used on a cauldron of milk. Warp Pipes are new items which help with long-range teleportation. They're extremely expensive to craft, with each one costing an Eye of Ender and 7 emerald blocks. When you stand on a pipe and sneak, you'll be teleported to another pipe that's linked, and the linkage of a pipe is determined by the block that it's placed on. This next mod adds new walkways, with the first one being static. You can walk along them, and they'll make great bridges and a way to travel through rough terrain. If you build them side by side, then you can make them wider than 1 block. These can be crafted from 3 iron ingots and 2 glass panes. If you add some redstone dust to the recipe, then you get moving walkways instead. They're mostly the same as the static walkways, except when you stand on them, they'll carry you in a direction. Depending on the play you're going for, you might also like the Snowy mod. When you generate your world, it will be a lot colder, with most biomes now being covered in snow and ice instead. You can change the configuration files so that it always is snowing, and so that dry biomes like deserts and savannas are also affected by the mod. Another new enchantment comes with Smelting Touch, and you have a chance of obtaining it through loot chests. It can be applied to your pickaxe, and when used on ores, you'll receive the smelted version instead. It also works on blocks like clay and sand, giving you bricks and glass instead. Searchlights are blocks which can be crafted from glass, iron nuggets, iron ingots, and a torch. When you place it down and right-click a searchlight, it will point in that direction, lighting up the area. I think there's lots of different builds that these would be appropriate for. The mod also adds wall lights, which have lots of different colors and are more modern looking than torches. These can be crafted from iron nuggets and torches. Bee Buddies allows you to tame bees, which you have a chance of succeeding with when feeding them honey. Behavioral-wise, they're quite similar to wolves. They'll follow you, wander, or you can make them stay still instead. They won't fight alongside you, but they will still pollinate flowers and bring you honey, and they'll even rest on your head. There are some new nectar items too, which you can feed to a bee to turn it into a pride bee. Lovely Snails adds snails, small creatures who like to do their own thing. If they're attacked or come close to a hostile mob, then they'll hide in their shell. Instead, you can tame them with mushrooms so that they'll follow you, and they can also be equipped with carpets for decoration. You can take care of a snail by feeding it grass, water, and petting it. It then has a chance of growing into a big snail, where you'll be able to equip it with saddles and a chest, and then ride it. Easier Chests will add some new buttons to chests. Every column and row now has an arrow, which allows you to quickly transfer items between your inventory and chests. Or you can quickly transport items that match using the side button. Finally, there's a sort button, which can be used on both inventories and chests. The Ring of Attraction is a new item which can be crafted from an iron ingot, 4 redstone dust, and 4 lapis. You can hover over the ring and right-click to toggle it on or off, and the ring only needs to be in your inventory somewhere to work. It doesn't have to be worn. When it's in your inventory, you'll find that any blocks that hit the ground within a 14-block radius will be sucked into your inventory like a magnet, making it very good for mining. If you place a coal block down, then items that are dropped nearby will be immune to the effect. Resource Tools adds lots of new items. Firstly, there are some new tools like the hook knife, which can be used to collect string from sheep, or there's the hand trimmer, which allows you to collect items like feathers, apples, and eggs from nature-type blocks. You can use the hand tiller to collect bone fragments and ink sacs from gravel and clay. Well springs and lava springs are resource blocks which give an infinite source of water and lava. And finally, there's new compress blocks, which allows you to save space by compressing blocks like dirt, cobblestone, sand, and netherrack. This next mod starts by adding some new biomes, which includes the desert mountains, redwood forest, frozen desert, and extreme jungle. In the redwood forest, you can collect some new wood which can be used for decoration. Some new materials come from steel, sapphire, ruby, and obsidian alloy, which are also used to create some new armor and tools. You'll also find marble, dark granite, and bamboo blocks, and a few other features. Chest Tracker allows you to search for an item in chests, which you can do by hovering over something and pressing the Y key. You can also use roughly enough items to hover over something and search too. You can use the new interface to select an item that the mod has saved, and it will highlight the container too. If you rename a chest in an anvil, then the name will be displayed inside and above it. Yet another Tweaks mod also adds some new tools, which can be crafted from lapis, copper, and amethyst, with none of them being more powerful than diamond. Cooled magma cream can be crafted from a regular magma cream and water bucket, and it can be used to give fire resistance for 1 minute. The Magma Walker enchantment can be applied to boots to allow you to walk on lava, and there's some new corn crops too. Another new material that spawns naturally is Pigsteel, which is another version of iron. It can be mined and turned into other items that use iron like tools, rails, buckets, and more. Pigsteel can also be cut to create some new decoration blocks. It might be useful if you're doing a nether-only run. That's it for this week, and check out my video for more mods list for Minecraft 1.17.